You know, the leaders of Austin's tightly knit running community are among those very shocked by today's explosions.
Our Brent Carney spoke with one of them, and he joins us with more. Brent.
The Boston Marathon is the pinnacle of marathon racing and annually a big day for people like Paul Carosa. He's the founder of RunTex and a guy who's had his hand in so many of the races here in Austin. This afternoon, he was calling and texting, checking on those groups from here that are in Austin. He described that freedom you feel on a race day, the sense of trust among everyone coming and going, the runners, the spectators, even the support staff, whether it be in the Boston Marathon or here in so many of the races in Austin. The explosions happened 4 hours and 9 minutes into the race. The elite racers were done, but there were thousands of those others still on the course.
We're right at that about 4-hour finishing time, which is, really the peak of the finishers. You get people in early in 2 hours, and then it is a quality event where you have to qualify, but between 3-4.5 hours is really the peak of the event.
The saddest part for Carosa is knowing that what runners love most about these races, that they're free-flowing and so wide open, is what makes them so difficult to keep safe. Guys, back to you.
Well, we all know the Austin area is home to several marathons and fun runs during the course of the year. John Conley watched live television coverage of the incident in Boston this afternoon on his computer. He said the response by Boston authorities was outstanding, noting there were evacuation routes and police and medical assets in place. Conley says race planners in Austin are just as prepared.
A lot of our preparation planning is around these kinds of things are confidential. We have emergency management plans that we put together that we don't share widely outside of our teams. So, of the things that could happen, certainly civil disturbance is one of the things that we are concerned about, particularly being the capital of the state of Texas.
Conley is closely watching the response in Boston to learn how to improve procedures here should Austin become a target during a marathon.
Looking in depth, there are a number of local races that APD will be focusing on with security. Coming up next weekend, the big event will likely be the inaugural MotoGP out at the Circuit of the Americas racetrack. Also next weekend, there will be the finish of the BP MS 150. The two-day cycling race starts in Katy, just west of Houston, and ends at the Bob Bullock State History Museum. And then in a couple of weeks, the Schlotzsky's Bun Run. That 5K and 10K start down at Auditorium Shores. They use mainly West Cesar Chavez and Lake Austin Boulevard.